Hey guys, it's Fizz here, and I'm sorry this took so long to upload. When I was gone, I wasn't able to do any fucking work, had nothing to post for the 5 days I was gone. But I hope this makes it up to you. It's a 25-minute video. I severely underestimated how long this was gonna be because I was like, this is gonna be like 10 minutes long. Yeah, no, why the fuck are all my videos 30 minutes long now? Clear some things up from last video, the last Kenma video. A lot of you seem to be confused, and I guess I didn't make it clear. Kenma's in his second year right now. That's why Lev is here, and that's why Kuro's captain. Also, someone commented, so is Hinata and Kenma gonna meet the same way as they did in the anime? And this is an alternate universe, so definitely not, or else I would not be very creative. It's just not gonna follow canon. I mean, I'll try to follow their canon personalities as much as I can, but I'm gonna shove them into a different universe. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy.
Kenna stared out the window of his classroom, not paying attention as he daydreamed about the nights before. As Kenna looked around out the window at the gym class kicking a ball around outside, he laid his eyes on a familiar spiky-haired boy. What is he thinking? Was he just out of it that night? Why would he kiss me? Did he fall on me up accident, or was it intentional? There must be some mistake. There's no way he'd kiss me. Kenna's neutral face fell and he could feel something strange at the pit of his stomach. He doesn't even seem to remember it. It's like nothing happened between us. Maybe it was just all a dream. Kenna pondered more as he watched Kuro from the classroom, still uncertain if this all even happened, given that Kuro hadn't been acting any different since the kiss. They woke up the next morning as if nothing happened. And who's Kenma? I don't think he knows any Kenmas. And if he does, he must really like them if that's who he was thinking about while kissing me. What if that's who he likes? Like what Yaku was telling me. But why wouldn't he tell me? Can he not trust me or something? Is he perhaps embarrassed? Well, Kenma's more of a masculine name. Did Kuro fall in love with a guy? But that's still weird. Why would he kiss me? To him I'm just a girl. Kenna cleared his thoughts as the pit in his stomach grew and he started to feel self-conscious again. It feels so weird to say that. I don't want to think about it. Kenna looked out the window again, trying to find Kuro in the crowd of students, and spotted a girl handing him a water bottle and flusteredly run away as Kuro chuckled. That can't be. There's no way Kuro likes guys. He's always so flirty with girls. It must be something else. Maybe he was just so tired he mixed up my name. That must be it. He couldn't have mistaken me with someone he likes. I look like a disheveled mess most of the time. No one would honestly think of kissing me. He was probably just so exhausted for practice he wasn't thinking straight. But Kenma, a nice name. Kenna went on to play on his phone for the rest of the class, trying to distract himself from his stupid thoughts about Kuro and that kiss. He was convinced he must have made all of it up. If not, it was just one big misunderstanding. It had to be. Once the bell rung to signal the end of last period, Kenna quickly packed his bag and rushed off to the gym to prepare for the big day. Today was the practice match with Karasuno. Kenna. Yes sir. Karasuno should be here in a bit. Can you just set up the nets and help them find a changing room when they get here? Alright, or the others changing already? They should be. Just give them a bit to calm their nerves. It may be a practice match, but it's their first game this year. No problem, I'll get to work. Thank you again for helping those fools during practices. I don't know what we would do without you. It's not problem. Kenna went on to take out the equipment. As he dragged the net out of the storage room, he spotted Kuro rushing past the gym door and towards the clubroom as he flashed a smile at him. Kuro, what are you doing? You're not even changed yet. They'll be here any minute, hurry. Don't worry Kenna, I just had to deal with something after class. Just go you idiot. And, break a leg today. I'm sure you'll wipe the floor with them. Of course I will, watch me closely. Kuro rushed away, but not without winking at Kenna and smirking before he left, leaving the shorter one flustered. That jerk. Why do you have to confuse me? Kenna blushed before he continued to drag out the equipment. Anyways, he better show me what he's got today. Never really got to see any of his games before. I was always so scared of the people screaming in the stands. One thing Kenna hated more than himself was crowds. People screaming, people touching and pushing you around. That's just not my cup of tea. As Kenna continued to mumble to himself and rush around the gym getting things ready, a group of boys looked around the gym and got his attention. Excuse me. Kenna jumped at the sudden noise. Yaku. Holy shit, stop sneaking up behind me. As Kenna turned around, he was faced with a boy shorter than him in a black jacket. Sorry. Are you lost? No, our team is here to play Nakoma. Is this the right place? Kenna looked behind the boy to see intimidating players walking towards them with glares that could kill. Karasuno. Yes, that's us. Yes, sorry, this is the right place. Sorry about that, I was just distracted trying to set up THR gym for our practice match. Don't apologize. Thank you for having us. Where's the rest of the team? They're all getting changed right now, it shouldn't be long, you guys can set up over there on the bench. As Kenna spoke, he could feel the stares of others pierce him, and quickly that feeling in his stomach came back. Could they see right through him? Alright, we'll leave you to it. Alright. Kageyama stopped staring so intensely. You're making him nervous. I'm not doing anything, dumbass. Stop trying to intimidate him. This is just my face. It's okay, don't worry, he's not bothering me. Guys, stop distracting the poor man, get over here. Alright then. I look forward to playing with you. Ah, well. Before Kenna could get a word in, the boy and his teammates walked away to the other side of the court. I can't believe, there is not only one, but two people shorter than Yaku here. Maybe I shouldn't feel so bad about being short, there's people shorter than me here and it doesn't make them look any less like a guy. Not like I need to worry about that, everyone already thinks I am one. Kenna eyed the team as he set up the net and scoreboards, something about them felt intense. But quickly he was released from his trance. Hey Kenna. Kenna's confident demeanor was crushed by the voice that snuck up behind him. Not everyone thought he was a guy. What are you staring so intensely at? Nothing, but the other team is here. Oh, I should probably go greet them, do you mind coming with me, kitten? I swear if you say that nickname in front of them I'm going to hit you. But it's so much fun to tease you. Anyways, you're the captain, it's not my job to do that. Well, you are our manager, it would be rude if you didn't give them a proper introduction. Whatever, let me just get the last of the equipment, the match is going to start soon. Do you need my help? Sure. But you better play well today, or I won't forgive you. The Kuru I know plays better than anyone else. There are definitely people better than me out there, Kenna. But I promise we won't lose today. Even if we are a little rough without a setter. Kuru smirked. If I win, will you give me a kiss? Kenna rolled his eyes and blushed as the older boy teased him. In your dreams. Oh come on Kenna, only a little kiss, we can do it when we're alone if you want. Just go you dumbass. Again he was reminded of that night and cursed himself for falling for Kuru's jokes once again, but he couldn't help feeling his heart race as he recalled the events from that night. And again that pit in his stomach grew bigger and his head hurt as he tried to decipher his mixture of emotions. That evening the two teams played game after game without any sign of stopping, even though they were also exhausted. Out of the 3 games they played, despite being at a disadvantage without a setter, Nakoma still won them all. The only thing that stopped them from continuing was time. Good job Kuru. Told you we would win. Well, we didn't have a setter, and I'm sure if those first years were properly trained they would have beat you. Can you at least be proud of me? I am, I'm just saying, don't underestimate your competition. Don't worry, I'll train hard and never lose. But anyways, where's my kiss? Not happening. Go do your captain duties and congratulate the other team. Yeah, but I'll be back for that kiss. Kuru quickly walked over to the other team with some of the others and they seemed to talk a while. Stop joking about that dumbass. As Kenna mumbled to himself, Yaku tapped on his shoulder and made him jump. Yaku, you need to stop doing that. Well, quit talking to yourself. You look creepy. Shut up. Anyways, he's strange, isn't he? He's so nonchalant about it. I guess. But once you're around him for a while you get used to it. I should know, I've known him for over 8 years now. He's the same old Kuru. Well, he was much different when I first met him. A lot quieter. I can't imagine that. How does such a shy kid turn to this? At this point neither can I. Not sure what made him like this. But I would be lying if I said I didn't like this Kuru better. Even if he can be a little annoying and forward. A little annoying and forward. How many times has he told you today that he wanted to kiss you? If I was you I would have punched him by now. I don't think he's being serious, so I just ignore it. How are you sure? Kuru doesn't seem like the type to joke about stuff like that. I'm sure it's only joking between friends. There's no way he's being serious. Kenna rubbed his wrist where he had placed a bandage over Kuru's name. Still he wasn't sure if that was Kuru or someone else, but they never spoke about it, so he had guessed his name was probably not on the other boy's wrist. As the two continued to talk, Kenna got distracted by the sound of 3 other voices talking from small balconies around the gym. Dude, holy shit, was that intense. Yeah, but Karasuno still didn't win a single game. Still, they put up one heck of a fight, and those shorties, man did I underestimate them. Doesn't help either that it seems that half of their players on the court are first years, they're at an extreme disadvantage because of their inexperience and their unrefined skills. Still, they've got good potential, and that number 10 seems very skilled even for a first year. Honestly, you're both sleeping on that number 4. He may be short, but damn can he move quick. Without him Karasuno wouldn't have put up such a fight. Would have probably been easier for him though if he was a little taller, having a longer reach would be beneficial. Have you not heard dude? Heard what? Number 4, Nishinoya's you, isn't a dude. So of course she's short. Huh. What the hell do you mean? He looks like one to me. She's tricking us all dude. Are you guys pulling my leg or something? There's no way you can trick me into believe that dude is a girl. Sure he might be short, but nah dude we're serious. A friend of a friend told me that that's actually a girl. But then why would he be on the boys team? Isn't that not allowed? Apparently she got permission from the school to join the boys team. But why? Dude you're not making any sense. Apparently she's transgender. What the hell does that mean? Someone who thinks they're the opposite gender dude. They're delusional. I don't believe you, he looks nothing like a girl. Those are just rumors, no way people actually think that. Whatever dude. I bet that lesbian is trying to trick girls into dating her. What a weirdo. I think you guys are on crack. Please give me whatever it is that you're smoking. Because it seems y'all are tripping real hard right now. As the three guys joked around some more, Kenna noticed a couple of the Karasuno team members were glaring at them intensely. After realizing the rest of the gym went quiet, the three boys looked around only to lay eyes okay the three third years players eyeing them down from below. What do you want? The one they called Asahi did not say a word, but continued to intimidate the three guys who had watched the match. How about you guys keep your mouth shut if all you're going to do is talk shit? No one wants to hear your loud ass voices so I suggest you guys fuck off. You're lucky he wasn't here to hear this, he would have had so much fun with you guys. Like a girl could do anything to us. Dude, Noya is more of a man than any of you will ever be. Guys calm down, don't frustrate yourself over a bunch of buffoons, they're not worth your time. What's happening? I'm not sure. Are they making fun of Noya's height? Wouldn't they also make fun of your height pipsqueak? That's true. Apparently those dumbasses think Noya is a girl. Maybe I should let them borrow my glasses. They clearly can't see. As Kenna looked over, still in a trance listening to the argument now erupting from beside him and Yaku, Yaku reached over to get Kenna's attention with a knowing look. You alright? Huh. Yeah. Sorry I got distracted by the yelling over there. Yeah, seems like Karasuno is fighting with the guys on the upper level. Yeah, Yaku. Yeah, what is it? Do you know what transgender means? Those guys called Nishinoya that before. So you heard that? Well, I'm not really good at explaining things, but from when I remember we talked about it a little in science class. It's basically when someone, let's say someone born female like Nishinoya, switches gender, so he's a guy now. But why? What? This is not how I expected you to respond. To be honest, I'm not sure why. I'm not transgender, I don't know what it's like or why people do it. They didn't tell you in class. No, and if they did I wasn't paying attention. But if you're that curious, why not ask Noya yourself? But, before Kenna could get another word out, he was interrupted by the sound of Kuru's voice yelling back at the guys. If you guys are going to talk shit about someone, at least say it to their face. Or are you too much of a pussy? Kuru. You know, he may be annoying and carefree, but when it's time to be serious he always steps up. I guess, I just didn't expect him to get involved with that. Well, thankfully he did, now those three idiots are gone. But that's odd. I never would have thought Nishinoya wasn't born a guy. Do you find it disgusting? What are these questions coming from you today? Of course I don't find him disgusting. Sure I don't understand it all too well, but if it's what makes him feel like himself then who am I to say it's wrong? I guess you're right. Do you perhaps find it disgusting? No. I think people like Noya are very admirable. Being so open despite backlash they will definitely face from others who don't understand. I didn't realize you were so accepting, Yaku. I wasn't always this way. I think a lot of people learn through others that mindsets like the ones the guys had are harmful. Just like Kuru helped me realize my mindset was rotten. Kuru. Yeah, weird isn't it? You'd never think Kuru out of everyone would be the one to snap me out of that. But honestly, Kuru is a sweeter guy than most of us realize. I've known that for a while. Kuru has always put others first and even though he acts like an idiot sometimes he's actually very sweet. I guess you would know that since you've been with him for so long. Still, despite being inseparable, you act nothing like Kuru. I would have never guessed a guy like you would befriend someone like Kuru. Honestly would love to knock him out sometimes because he's so loud and obnoxious, but he's the one person I can trust 100%. Kuru is the one person who'd never judge you for what you are. Yeah. As Yaku mumbled to himself, Kenna glanced over at the crowd near the Karasuno team and locked his eyes on Kuru, and completely zoning out from the conversation he was having with Yaku. As he did so Kuru could feel someone's eyes on him and looked back to see Kenna staring right at him. He flashed a smile, making Kenna's heart skip a beat as Yaku's mumbling brought him back. What did you say? Nothing. You two disgust me. Stop being so lovey-dovey. We're not. Sure. But we're literally not even dating. Still. What do you mean still? We're only friends, Yaku. I told you, that man would only ever date the person on his wrist. And I'm definitely not that person. Nor do I want to be that person. You confuse me. If you're going to deny it, at least be convincing. Anyways, let's join the others before they leave. Yeah, just give me a moment. I need to do something. Alright, make it quick. While the others gathered in the gym, Kenna made his way to the washrooms in a panic. The events that had just transpired had flipped his world upside down. He finally understood why he felt these things, or at least that people felt the same way as him. Kenna made his way towards the washrooms in a hurry to find a place where he could be alone without really thinking. He entered the men's washrooms and locked himself in a stall, thanking God it was after school and no one was in there. He was wrong. As Kenna cooled his head in the stall, right outside of it stood a very confused Nishinoya and Hinata, who came barging in. Senpai. Kenna died a little inside from embarrassment. Shoyo. Good job today. You too, Noya, but we still lost. Don't worry about that, we'll just have to train harder for our next game. Still, they didn't even have a setter the whole game and we still lost. Well, we are lacking when it come to defense compared to them, so don't worry about it too much. They also have that giant man Lev Haba. He's basically double me, so don't beat yourself up about the loss too much. It wouldn't be good if our greatest decoy lost his cool because of some practice matches. I guess. But what about that other guy? What other guy? The one we talked to when we first got here, the one on the bench the whole game. I think that was just their manager. Why? What do you mean why? Why would he rather be a manager when he could be a player? Well, he doesn't really look that physically active. I couldn't tell you why he wanted to be manager of the volleyball club. But you could ask him yourself. Noya giggled and pointed to the stall Kenna had ran into. You good in there? Huh. I didn't think anyone else was in here. What are you even doing in there? Well, obviously going to the bathroom. No, actually, I just came in here for some privacy. I didn't realize others were in here. Then come out. What's in your mind, dude? Nothing really. Kenna opened the stall door nervously. There stood the two shorter guys in front of him, their gaze not wavering from his direction. But you just said, it's nothing important. Why were you not playing today? Are you seriously just the manager of the team? Yeah, you can say that. I do play volleyball, but I can't be on the team. Why not? What position do you play? I'm a setter. That makes no sense, your team clearly lacks a setter though. Why won't they allow you on the team? Is it because you have a felony? What? No, it's a long story and something I just found out about, so I'm still a mess right now. Who cares about that? Those are stupid, it's just a matter of do you like playing volleyball or not? Yeah, I guess. Volleyball gave him an excuse to be closer to Kuru for longer. What's with that response? I do enjoy playing it at times, but there's just so much stuff on my mind nowadays, it's hard to find any enjoyment from it. Hey, come on, dude. You're starting to remind me of someone I know. Don't give up on something you love just because it doesn't seem to be going your way. You'll regret it later that you gave up on something. I'm not giving up, I just can't. What do you mean? I'm surprised no one seems to question it, but do I really look like a guy? Do I sound like one? Sometimes I cry to the sound of my own voice, but it doesn't seem like people notice how girly it sounds. And it's hard to breathe half the time since I've started layering to flatten my chest, but still no matter what I do there's always that voice in my head telling me I look nothing like the others. I'll never be like the others, and I'm envious of you, Nishinoya. How can you be so happy despite it all? What are you talking about? Nothing, I'll go now. I must have misread the situation, I've said too much. As Kenna made his way towards the exit, Noya grabbed his wrist and pulled him back. Don't give up just because something doesn't seem to be going your way. When I was in middle school I felt the same way. Like I'd never be like the other guys, and honestly the only reason I passed so well is because of my medication. Sure, I looked like a guy, but before them I didn't sound like one. And sure, your voice is a little high, but compared to what mine used to sound like it's a million times better. He stared at Noya in awe like he had revealed a secret to life. You can get medication for it. Of course, but I'm lucky enough to have parents that accept me. Yeah, I'm not sure my parents would be too happy about me doing something like this. Can someone please fill me in on what's happening? I'm very confused. I guess I never told you, Hinata. Though most people hear about it from others because I don't really keep it a secret. Wait, is it what those guys were talking about in the gym before? Huh. Oh right, there were some guys talking about you before. But your teammate made sure to call them out on it. I guess people really do know about you. But it was nice to see your teammates defending you even if they knew nothing about it. But they do though. Or at least some do. The first years know nothing about it, but the third and second years know all too well because, as much as it seems, I didn't always look like this. And they've seen me through most of my medical transition. Since I was only able to start when I was 16. How do you trust others so much? Aren't you afraid that they'd hate you? Well of course, but they didn't care, so I'll always have them to back me up if anyone tries anything, and they know I got their backs. Especially Tanaka, he wouldn't let a single soul lay a hand on me. We're friends after all, they wouldn't let something like that come between us. I wish I had friends like that. Well maybe you do, have you ever told them how you were feeling? No, I'm scared my only real friend will abandon me. So you guys have never talked about that sort of thing? I mean, yes. How did he act? He didn't really care I guess. That's perfect, you wouldn't want your friend to treat you differently. No I like the way we are right now. And I don't want to lose that. You're too nervous dude, I'm sure he wouldn't care, all friends want is to make you happy and enjoy their time with you. They'd never leave you for something so silly like this. Even Asahi, you would think since he looks so intimidating he wouldn't be the type of guy to accept me, but he has. I think the most precious thing is when Asahi just glares at people who bother me because he's too scared to say anything to them. But he also just wants to help despite that. I'm kind of jealous. Hey I'm still confused over here. Mind explaining? Well I just found out what these feelings meant today so I'm not really the one you should be asking about this. Today. I never had a word for it until today. I just kept on trying to live life as a guy because I felt much more at peace that way. So you're not a guy? Hinata no. Well depends how you see me I guess. No, you're a guy. It just so happens we need to put in a little more effort than someone like you Hinata so that the rest of the world sees us like we see ourselves. Because we weren't born guys. I don't really get it, all I know is that you're a guy, you don't look like anything else to me. I'm not sure if he's being accepting right now or he's completely clueless. He's completely clueless. But I know Hinata would accept us if he understood. He may be an airhead, but he's got a big heart. As the three shorties chatted another person entered the bathroom. Says you. You're just as much of an airhead as he is. That's not very nice to say to your bro. I'm in the same boat dumbass so you're not alone. Also do you realize how long it took for me to finally find you? Thank you for being so loud in here or else I would have been searching all night. Why were you so off in a hurry after our match? You know how much I hate being in the bathroom with others. You say that, but there's 3 of us in here with you. Well clearly I'm done now dumbass. I don't even remember why I came here because I'm just so confused now. When aren't you? I guess I was just so nervous about before that I ran over here thinking I was alone and not noticing where I was going. I don't think I've been in any public bathroom in so long, especially the men's washroom. Last time I was in here things didn't end up well. Yeah, people can be cruel sometimes. It's happened to me before. Luckily Asahi was there to help me with that. Are you talking about the incident where Asahi literally beat up those 2 guys? I still can't believe that story. It seems so unlike Asahi. Yeah, honestly I was shocked. Yeah, I had Kuru do something similar, but it wasn't that surprising he always acts on impulse. I was just mad that he went after them and got in trouble for me. You guys must really be close. Does he know? Are you kidding me? If Kuru knew he'd. What? Kenna wasn't sure what he was thinking, but the thought that he would never have a chance with Kuru after he knew scared him. Kuru. You mean your captain? Yeah, we've known each other since middle school. So he's my best friend. I thought he was your boyfriend. Why does everyone say that? It's because he acts like such a child with you. Wasn't he asking you for a kiss before? Oh my god, you heard that. I swear I'm going to break his legs. Well, I was thinking about something else. Isn't his first name Tetsuro? Yeah, how did you know that? Well I think I heard it somewhere before, but his name is also on your wrist. Nervously Kenna looked down to see the bandage on his wrist had peeled away and was laying on the floor beside him. Fuck. So I thought because of that you guys were dating. Well it's not his name. But it is. If it was he would probably be chasing me by now. Kuru really wants to find his soulmate, so if it was me on his wrist he would have been trying to get me to date him for a while. Oh. I mean there are other people out there with that name. But what are the odds? Slim, but never zero. I say you confess to him. What? I don't even like him. That's a lie, your face is red as hell. Come on. If I do he'll reject me anyways. Also wouldn't it be weird if I'm a guy and he's also a guy? No. Don't think about it too much, you're both guys, it's as simple as that. Kinda confused. But I'm rooting for you, dude. If it makes you feel any better, I also have a guy's name on my wrist. Excuse me, what? Me too. Kinda feeling left out over here, not gonna lie. Noya, I thought you were straight. Well, you thought wrong. I'm bi. Damn, at least half of you is with me. So tell me, who is it? Sorry dude, not happening. You're definitely gonna make fun of me. No, I won't. Well, you'll try some shit, I know you will. Fine. What about you, Hinata? Do I have to say it? Yes. No. Okay, I won't then. No fun. He's an airhead, don't try to get it out of him. Honestly, it's kind of like talking to a child, he'll say anything if told to. Hey, so what about you, Ryu? In your dreams. If you show me yours first, then I'll show you mine. Definitely not happening. What the hell are you guys doing in here? A loud voice came stomping into the washroom. Tanaka, I sent you to go find them, we need to go. Stop the chit-chatting and get a move on before I leave you guys here. Chill Daichi, we're leaving now. If you tell me to chill again, I'm making you clean the gym for a whole week. Now hurry up. Alright, we're coming. The 3 Karasuno members said their last words before making their way out the door. Hey, I never got your name. Nishinoya and him were the only ones left in the washroom, but an uneasy feeling arose in the pit of his stomach again. Once again, it was the one thing he dreaded the most. Have you not thought of a name yet? You look like you're going to cry. No, I haven't. Do you have any idea what you'd want me to call you? Like a nickname people have given you. He thought. The only things that came to mind were Kitten, Cutie, and all the other stupid nicknames Kuru had given him until the name Kenma came to mind and the memories of the kiss with Kuru came resurfacing again. Kenma. That's a cool name. It suits you. Noya flashed a smile before he rushed out the door and the faint yelling of Daichi could be heard down the hallway.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, sorry it took so long to upload. Also, I have new stories while I was gone I thought of, plus other ones that I need to like finalize in my head. But anyway, I'm gonna probably have a poll coming out soon. Future ships I'm going to make stories for, and which one you get to pick which ones you want me to do first. If you want, you can probably see some Osamu and Suna pics I drew myself on Instagram, which is like kind of like a hint to the story I had in mind for one of them. I have a lot of shit to do, but anyway, I'm sorry for my poor English in this episode, but I still hope you enjoyed that. Bye.